3, 2, 1.
You ready?
Listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Are you ready for an Endgame? Woo! We're done.
Oh, damn.
This is Hunter, and I'm here with Colin. Colin, how are you, sir?
Oh, you just got me a little excited. Yeah, I'm doing good, man.
So we are talking about, no exaggeration, what will go down as one of my most anticipated films of all time. We are talking about the trailer. The first, it's definitely a teaser trailer, but it's footage, and fuck it, I'll take that to hold me over hopefully until April. Got the first look at the Avengers Endgame, which, by the way, they were rumoring the title Avengers Annihilation, and I was like, I don't like that as much. Doctor Strange using his line, we're in the Endgame now, using that as part of the title, I really like that. So I will say, I won't even reveal how many times I've watched this trailer. It's an embarrassing amount, but I will say, man, and if you haven't listened to our a review of Infinity War, go check that out, because honestly, it's still one of my favorite reviews we've ever done. I love that review. So to kind of set the stage here, when we went and saw Avengers Infinity War, which Colin and Scott were in town for the festivities, which was great, we had a big group of us, maybe like 16 people or so. We had this big mimosa-style brunch here at Casa de la Swag Pad, as we call it here.
It's a great name.
Thank you. So we had a bunch of people here. We had mimosas were flowing and food, and it was great. Alea made these amazing cinnamon rolls and helped finish up the meal and the cooking while I was grabbing people. Thank you, Alea. I love you, babe, for that. Great time. Until the end of the movie, where we all just looked at each other like, holy shit. Marvel just reached in. Basically, imagine your childhood being clubbed like a baby seal. That's basically how I felt walking out of Infinity War. I was like, well, great. Spider-Man got dusted. Black Panther got dusted. I kind of hate everything. I didn't mention it on the podcast. There was this, or on the review, I believe. There was this little black girl with her mom sitting behind me. And, of course, when Black Panther got dusted, I think I screamed louder than she did. But she was like, Mommy, what happened to Black Panther? And the mom's like, I don't know. And I was like, oh, Christ. And I was just like, oh, you poor children. There was this kid dressed as Spider-Man who looked like he's just, oh, man, I just wanted to hug that kid. You know, Patton Oswalt talks about those kids who are just depressed, so they end up becoming, like, Disney artists and just drawing Ariel 50 times. Like, that dude, there were a lot of kids where I went, oh, you're prime candidates for what Disney is looking for moving forward. But all that to say, Infinity War was an event. This is the part 2 of that event, and dude, this footage, not a lot of footage, admittedly. It starts off with Tony Stark in space, which Colin will attest to this. I was screaming like someone was shooting at me when Stark almost died, when Thanos almost killed Stark. I was like, no, like I was doing that reaction. And so seeing him in space, isolated by himself, they don't say how much time has passed. I think he says like 4 days without food and water, which is insane. So I mean, it's been not. It doesn't seem like a lot of time, but enough time that, you know, shit's definitely gone down. They cut to the Avengers facility, and you can see that the shrubbery hasn't been maintained or anything like that. So I mean, let's just say like, even if it's been a month, that's insane. Just thinking about it, and to go religious here for a moment. If you're familiar with the Bible, it talks about the concept of the rapture, where everyone who believes in God will go up to heaven, and everyone who doesn't will still be here. And I remember just reading that as a kid and going, that is horrifying for people who would still be here. Just think about, someone driving a UPS truck, them poofing, and then crashing in the sun. Like, it's an insane concept, and this trailer really gave me that feeling of dread of, oh man, most of the Avengers are missing. They show that Ant-Man's missing, which you find out at the end of the trailer he's not. He escaped the quantum realm. If you watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, Shuri is missing from Wakanda. Poor Peter Parker, he's missing. It's a very somber trailer. I just sitting there watching it going, yeah, Thanos really kind of fucked everything up. And we get our first look at Ronin, Hawkeye's new alter ego. And dude, oh, the costume looks so good. Can you tell I'm hyped for this, Colin? I'm going to let you jump in here. Go ahead, talk to me.
Yeah, man, you're getting me pumped. Dude, it's been a little bit here since we saw the last one, but we're getting spoiled. It's really not going to be that long in between each film,
Thank God.
which is great. I think it's gonna be ended up being less than a year, right? Because the other one came out in May. Is that right?
Well, it was late April, so it'll be about a year.
It's about a year, so that's awesome. We're gonna get to see the conclusion here. Yeah, it's exciting to think, that there's obviously been a lot of time that's passed in between. They don't really tell you how long Stark has been up there by himself. They just let you know that he's on the brink of death. What do you think he's gonna die?
I think he'll. So I have said in our trailer reviews for Infinity War, I said in the review for Infinity War, I think Stark and Cap are goners at the end of Avengers 4. I'm sticking by that. But they won't kill him in space. Like he'll.
Yeah, he's not dying right there.
Like,
I was being silly.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's like the opening scene of the movie or one of them.
Yeah.
Seeing this. So we just reviewed the Captain Marvel trailer, which we'll have up soon because I just edited it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like watching this one, I'm like, I want to see it like right now. Like, let me know what happens. I want to see it. Captain Marvel didn't give me that feeling as much, but now seeing this, I'm like, okay, so how's Captain Marvel gonna play? Does she save Stark right there? I don't know, maybe.
Oh, damn! I know your voice could go that high. That was nice.
It seems like she can fly around in space, so I don't know. I'm not trying to speculate here, but it's that type of thing where you're just like, now I want to see it. It's like it's kind of alluding to this stuff going on. We got Ant-Man ringing the door at the end. I love seeing Paul Rudd mixed up with Cap again. That's always good to see.
Right.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped.
I believe this is yours, Captain America. Yeah, I love Ant-Man. So one thing I will say about this, there's not a whole lot to break down. Again, the core Avengers are the only ones that are left. So you've got Thor, you've got Black Widow, you've got Stark, Iron Man, you've got Cap.
Did they show Hulk in the trailer?
They did not show Hulk in the trailer, but I'm just talking about everyone who wasn't dusted. So you really got that core cast.
Was Hulk dusted?
He was not. No.
Because he's a core Avenger.
Yeah. You have War Machine who didn't get dusted, and you have Rocket Raccoon. That's it. Everyone else is gone right now. So that feeling of dread and that sort of urgency, I went, okay, I'm curious about how they're going to bring them back, because obviously some of them will come back. I think less will come back. I think some characters are going to come back that some characters won't come back that we would expect to. I think the Guardians might be more done than some people think, but that's just me speculating. What I will say about this, in the internet already beat me to it, but the biggest travesty is that Cap's beard has been dusted because he's back to clean shaven Chris Evans. And while I do love Chris Evans, bearded Chris Evans kind of looks like a hot lumberjack, and I'm very sad that he lost his beard. I was like, oh, bummer. But seeing him, and I don't know if you've noticed this, he's back in the Winter Soldier get up. So I'm very curious.
That's chill.
I think so. One of the rumors has been like, are the Avengers going to go back in time? And I think that's exactly what's gonna what's going to happen. So I'm really curious how the time travel is going to work, if that is the route they go. And you're right, Captain Marvel, she's going to play a big role in this. It's going to be very interesting to see how they incorporate her in. I would not be surprised if the movie opens up with Iron Man, and maybe she goes ahead and saves him. I would not be surprised at all, because that's a hell of a way to introduce Captain Marvel into the fold. One thing I love is that shot of Thanos, his armor up there like a scarecrow. That's straight out of I don't want to say it's Infinity Gauntlet, but it's straight out of the comics. And I was just like, that's fucking. I was like, that shot is so iconic. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. Okay, and it's crazy to see the. You notice that Thanos walking. He's been doing a little. He's been farmer Thanos. He's been chilling, but it's gonna be. But you notice it's like his clothes are tattered and everything, and the gauntlet looks like it's literally melted to his hand. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they kind of get this all going. The trailer set a record, by the way, 289 million views within a 24-hour period, which is insane. People were like me, just like, come on, Marvel, give me something. Like, people were freaking out. What I will say too about this, and I said this, I think it's on record. I said that Hawkeye's family was going to get dusted during Thanos' snap. I think that's exactly what happened, which is why he's adopted this new darker persona. Because you notice it looks like Yakuza that he was fighting, and just people are laid out. You see people bloodied. I went, oh, okay, Ronin's not fucking around. Hawkeye might have shot him with an arrow in, the leg or some shit like that, but no, not Ronin. And that scene where he sharpens his blade on his gauntlets, I was like, oh, that is fucking. I was like, that's a badass shot. So,
okay, I'm getting really excited for Ronin now.
Right? Oh no, dude, Ronin does not fuck around.
Dude, give me some Ronin straight into my veins.
Right? And I think he's gonna end up becoming like a big fan favorite personally.
Because there was no Hawkeye, or maybe it was he just wasn't on the cover. Was that the meme from the last Avengers? There was just there was no Hawkeye.
Yeah, well, keep in mind he wasn't in it at all. So
yeah, he wasn't in it at all. I just remember seeing it was a meme on Reddit where someone had photoshopped a Hawkeye on
I saw that
face of the Infinity War poster, and it was just like, this would have been a better version.
Yeah.
Like, not trolling like they didn't like it, but just like it was, Hawkeye fans run deep.
They do, man. And the thing is, as over that Infinity War was filled to the brim with like everything it could have possibly been. I don't think you could have put another character or anything in that movie without having everything just spill out. So,
and it's smart the way they're doing it too, because like now it's like, okay, a lot of those characters are now gone. You still have your core. It's still strictly, it's still at the root an Avengers movie. So you have your core Avengers, like you said, and now in this movie you get to see them with another group of supporting cast to help, save the day, which is, it's just awesome. Like when this is all done and you can marathon these two movies back to back. I mean, I can't even. I'm assuming they're gonna end it well. We'll see. Obviously it's hard to please everybody with these types of movies when they've been building for so long, and your movie's called Endgame, and you're gonna officially end everything. But if they don't screw it up, man, I can just imagine watching this whole movie, like Infinity War, Endgame, back to back, is going to be incredible.
Yeah, I will say, and I said it in our Infinity War review, that this could go down as one of the best two parts. This could go down as the greatest two-parter one of the best two-parters in the history of cinema if they nail the second part. And I will admit, if they fuck up Endgame, it will make me like Infinity War less. I fully acknowledge that. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they pull here. And to Marvel's credit, they they said they're not gonna go ahead and have any marketing featuring anyone who got dusted. Granted, I think it was like Brazil Comic Con. They just showed a Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, but besides that, they're saying they're staying away from all the dusted characters as far as their marketing, which I agree with you is cool because there's so many characters now in the MCU. It'll be cool to get. It's will become a joke where Hawkeye, they give Hawkeye some character development. I thought that was probably the best thing about Age of Ultron, but Hawkeye definitely gets the short end of the stick more often than not. So the fact that he'll get more of a starring role, I think is really great. And you know me, I have a huge man crush on Paul Rudd. I think that man is just a treasure, and hasn't aged in since Can't Hardly Wait. I don't know how the fuck that's possible, but he hasn't gotten any older apparently. But yeah, good for him. But
yeah, Paul Rudd's.
But him just showing up at the end, I did get a good laugh. Like, hey guys, you remember me? I grew really tall. Oh, Ant-Man, you're the best. So
yeah, he'll bring some nice humor to a very dark and dire situation.
Yeah, and I think one thing I will say too, as we kind of wrap up, is I thought Infinity War did a good job of balancing, having a little bit of humor, but still recognizing the gravity of what they are dealing with. I think this is going to be very similar in that sense because let's face it. I mean, if half the people, I was actually thinking about that the other day when I was watching the trailer on Friday. I went, if half the people in my office just disappeared right now, I would lose my shit. We have 350 people in the office I work at. If just half of them poofed, I would go, oh man, well, bathroom lines are shorter. That's cool. But outside,
yeah, but that's why it's. I like the idea of them starting the movie a long time after the last one ended. So the initial shock and mourning everybody that will have now passed. Where now it'll be kind of them looking forward. How do we now avenge them?
Nice. I think you did that.
Yeah, you know what I mean though. It's I think if they started the movie the second after everybody was gone, you have to have a lot of just them being all very depressed for a while.
Yeah, no, I agree. And what I loved, and I know people give Star-Lord shit and give Star-Lord shit and all that. Dude, I will say right now, Thor had a shot to kill Thanos, and he did not go for the head. And Thanos even said you should have went for the head. I was like, he's right. Why didn't you just cut his head off? It's you got cocky. And so Thor, I mean, let's keep in mind, Thor lost the most. He basically saw his people wiped out and his brother killed in front of him and Heimdall killed in front of him. It's damn, dude. Thor's had a rough go. So seeing Thor just look that broken, that distraught, for me, was a very powerful image, man. So I'm curious what the second trailer will be. I think we'll get something for the Super Bowl. We'll probably get a TV spot or something like that, because Marvel tends to do that. And
yeah, sounds smart.
And I will say, I want to see some action. I just want to see a little action. If it's Iron Man flying or Captain Marvel, I just want to see a little something. Just a little something, Marvel.
Well, they'll probably. I mean, that will have happened. When does Captain Marvel come out?
March.
Oh, not till March. Okay, so they probably won't have too much Captain Marvel in the trailer then at that point.
Yeah, I mean, probably not.
Oh man, that's so close to Avengers. I didn't realize that. It's only a month away from each other.
Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting how the marketing goes. I cannot even. So I actually already took the Friday and the Monday off because we're going to go see this on Saturday. So April 27th. So I already took that Friday and that Monday off because I went, yep, I'm going to need 4 days because I'll probably want to go see this again on Monday.
Oh man, can't wait.
If not Sunday, let's be honest. I'll probably see this 3 or 4 times. But
we got to do the same thing. We got to get a big group together.
Oh dude, I've already been talking to people. I already told people at work to put in for the day off if they work on Saturday. Well,
save me a ticket.
Dude, the moment tickets go on sale, you know I got you. It's gonna be
buddy.
It's gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great time. So April 26th this comes out, and yeah, dude, it's only about 4 months. 5 months, right? No, 4 months. 4 months. Which,
yeah, super soon.
Yeah, and I will say too, because keep in mind, we usually have to wait about 2 years between Avengers movies. It's very good they didn't wait 2 years between Infinity War and Endgame. I would have been really depressed if they made us wait that long. So thank you, Marvel, for not doing that. And this movie now comes out the same day it comes out internationally, because I'm sure Disney is just terrified about leaks on this, which I don't blame them. So they're putting them out on the same day to make sure that you don't get spoilers. That's really smart, because I actually went to Infinity War not knowing anything. I was able to avoid all spoilers, which I was very happy about, because I didn't want anything spoiled. So yeah, dude, 26th of April can't get here fast enough. It's my most anticipated film of next year. Star Wars probably falls right under that, probably.
I was just thinking about that too, and I was just thinking about how I'm not going to be nearly as excited for that as I am for this.
Well, what?
I'm just not. I don't think.
Can I ask? Is it because Last Jedi just left kind of a bad taste in your mouth, or?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't want to turn this into that whole type of podcast. We don't have enough time. But yeah, I've rewatched it, and I'm interested to see how they close it up. But I don't know. This is on a whole nother level, I think, at this point. This is so much longer and drawn out, to where I don't feel the connection of this new trilogy to the old one like I feel like they intended. I don't know. I have a lot of mixed feelings on it, and I don't have nearly enough time on this podcast to talk about it.
That's fair.
But I'm just saying I just saying that to say that I think I'm there with you, that this is my most anticipated film at this point.
I will say, so it probably goes this and then Shazam for me, because Shazam I'm really stoked for. I'm really excited for that one, but.
Yeah. I don't think I really care about the next X-Men either.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that either. So nah. But I don't know, man. It's gonna be really interesting to see how this turns out. Because again, I keep saying they could Golden State Warrior this from a couple years ago. They could have a real strong first movie and fuck it up. They could, and I have to keep that in the back of my head. I mean, it terrifies me that could happen, but it could happen. So I pray it doesn't happen, because I think I just leave the theater depressed and be like, God damn it, Marvel. But we'll see, man. Like I said, I'm stoked on this. I think I haven't talked to anyone who's like, that trailer was lame. Everyone's like, oh, dude, I'm hyped. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm so hyped. Last thing.
I think there's gonna be some crazy deaths.
Oh, dude.
You said, you think a couple of the main stars, like Cap and Iron Man, are probably finished. Which will be, if that's true, I mean, those scenes will be crazy and will have to be handled delicately. And you got to serve your fans on that one. So those are gonna be interested if that's what happens. Man, that'll be crazy to watch.
Because the thing is, there has to be some consequence. Like there has to be some deaths that stick. And what one would be harder? Two would probably be harder than Captain America and Iron Man. And so I don't know, man. I'm really I'm scared, but I'm excited. And like I said, April 26th can't come fast enough. Last quick thing I will say, we're not going to talk about it, but I just wanted to throw this out. The fact that we're getting a Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 next year exclusively on the Switch, I was like, cool, I have to buy a Switch now. Damn it. I saw that.
Whoa, Nintendo getting the exclusive rights.
Yeah, crazy. I saw that. And it was funny, is my gooberish self, I was like, well, why is anything exclusive? That's bullshit. And I was like, I just bought Spider-Man 3 months ago. And I was like, haha, loser. So I'm like, well, that's what I get. Fair enough. So, Nintendo, I'll be buying a Switch from you guys. Hopefully you do a bundle so I can get the Switch and Marvel Ultimate Alliance. But, yeah, I'm excited, man. April 26th, we will be talking about that for show. But guys, Endgame trailer. What do you guys think? What do you think is going to happen? Because I've heard some people go, they're gonna use a quantum realm. They're gonna create their own gauntlet. I'm really curious what people have to say about it. So let us know what you thought in the comments below. You can find us, like us on Facebook at The Real Pineapple. You can follow us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play Music at The Real Pineapple. You can follow Colin on the Twitter at
The Real.
And you can follow yours truly on the Twitter at JHunterRealPineapple. And in the next couple of weeks here, you can actually check out our reviews on NevadaFilmCriticsSociety.com as well, and you'll be able to see some articles I'll be writing there to start the new year. So go ahead, let me know what you think on there. I'd really appreciate the love. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll have reviews up this weekend for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We'll have a review up as well for... I'm going to go see Once Upon a Deadpool tomorrow. I think I'm going to do it.
I don't even know what that is. Like, I haven't seen any marketing for it. I just saw that there was a trailer for it the other day. I was like, what? There's a Deadpool movie? Like, what's
so
going
basically, it's Deadpool as rated R, cut to PG-13. But it's got the Princess Bride gimmick where Deadpool is telling the story to Fred Savage. And I'm not even kidding. That's the plot of it.
I mean, that's hilarious. I don't think I'm going to go and see it in theaters.
So I'm going to go see it, if not this week, the week after, because $1 of every ticket goes to the what they're calling now the Fudge Cancer I think it's Ryan Reynolds launched that. Oh, no, he didn't launch it, but he's partnering with them. So yeah, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll go see that. So I'll let you guys know what I thought of it. I'm really curious how it's going to be cut. And the Princess Bride gimmick, I think, is just a stroke of fucking genius. I mean, whoever thought of that screams Ryan Reynolds to me. But kudos to you, sir. Yeah, stoked for that. But and then we'll have a review up as well for Won't You Be My Neighbor. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll talk to you guys next week. You guys take care.
Bye.